If you're going through a time in life right now where you're feeling overwhelmed and you feel like there's a lot of things outside of your control, I want to give you a little exercise that you can do to help you just sort out your mind and feel clear. This is something that I often recommend to clients when they're just feeling overwhelmed by things that are outside of their control and they're not sure what to do. So you've probably heard of the serenity prayer. It's a big part of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and it's just very wise. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this prayer is an incredible tool in your life for what to focus on and what not to when you feel completely overwhelmed. This is what I often recommend to people. So you can see I put the prayer at the top, right? Put wisdom, and then I put courage, I can change, serenity, accept and surrender. So when you're going through those times where you're just feeling like you're hanging on by your fingernails and you don't know what to do and you feel overwhelmed, what I recommend and what I do personally, because it's very helpful to me as well, is I go through and I put down, usually I start with the things that I can't change, right? I can't change how someone else is acting. I can't change a medical diagnosis. I can't change my financial circumstances, and put those here. And then next to there, right, put the things that you can change. Okay. So I can't change another person's behavior. I can change mine. I can change how I communicate. I can choose to use behavior that I can't change of them as a growth opportunity for me. I am not trapped as just at their whims of what they do. I can use this to grow. And often these hard times in life are what do grow you so much. I wish I could say that all growth and wisdom and healing comes from just meditating and retreats. That'd be amazing. And yes, that is part of the healing. But you know what? Pain and hard times are like what really get to healing a lot of stuff in us. If we allow it to do so, it will transform you if you allow it to. So there, I can't control their behavior. I can control how I react. I can choose to grow. Maybe I struggle to set boundaries. This is where I learn how to do that. I struggle to speak clearly. Okay, this is where I choose to do that. I can choose to trust other people who I find trustworthy. I can change my behavior because this is so hard that I really don't have a choice but to change or to just feel like I'm suffering. You know, with a diagnosis, I can't change a diagnosis. I can change how I treat myself. I can change asking for help because I'm not good at asking for help. I can change, how I treat myself on a daily basis. Instead of maybe like pushing through and being like super hard on yourself, you can learn to have compassion and love for yourself. You can learn to treat yourself as a friend and not as somebody that you're, basically yelling at as a drill sergeant because you have to be gentler with yourself for a while. Like there is so much you can change in these circumstances where like we spend so much energy trying to flatten the world around us in these external circumstances, when really the most power that we have is inside. And hard times are going to happen. And anyone who's telling you that like life doesn't have pain or sadness or hard times is either telling you need to have a small life, or not being honest, or they're victim blaming, and then again, maybe we created this hard time because of our own like poor choices, which can happen a lot of times as an adult. That's even harder to work with. Be like, okay, I can't change that I'm facing the consequences for something that I did. Someone I let in my life, or a mistake that I made, or bad behaviors that I knew I should have changed. But what I can change is I can grow. I don't lose, I learn, and I figure it out. And next time, I'll learn a different thing next time. I'm tired of learning this one. I'm going to learn this one this time. So do that. And when you're in a really tough time and you're just making it day by day, hour by hour, do this day by day, every morning. I've had seasons in my life where I've had to do it every day, maybe twice a day. And then the part with the accept and the surrender, however that looks like to you, but it's like, you know what? I release it. Whatever that feels like, I release it. I can't control other people. I can control me. And often we find that when we control the things we can release those other things. And so making a practice of that, of like releasing, and whatever that looks like for you, like let it go, surrender that, surrender what you cannot control what you can. So hopefully this helps you get through a hard time, those overwhelming moments. It's a good, just daily way to live. And it really helps, help with overwhelm. It helps with personal growth. It helps with accountability, empowerment, all of that.